Okay, in SpongeBob's voice, I'm ready.
Exactly.
Greetings, nerds. Jules Nerdy here. Welcome to another episode of Drac, or Drawing Restaurants as Cities. Yeah, we are 8 episodes in, and it doesn't really sound like a lot. 8 is not really a big number, obviously, but the numbers are getting bigger gradually for this series. We are drawing McDonald's as a city still. We've been doing so for close to 3 months now. It's almost the month of September.
Yeah, no Sherlock!
I like to call the drawing Crocodile, which is again McDonald's as a fictional city. I have said that like numerous times, millions of times. Well, I'm not trying to exaggerate too much. Thousands of times, yeah, how about that? I would say that over and over again in every episode of this series. We're drawing a bunch of these fast food chains as fictional cities. We're starting with McDonald's. We were able to draw one side of Crocodile, the right side. We're done. We don't have to worry about drawing more of the right side of the drawing. It's a 22 by 28 poster board drawing of Crocodile. McDonald's drawn as a fictional national capital city. That's really part of a fictional country that I like to call United Restaurant Companies. I kind of don't like the name of the fictional country. I plan on changing the name of the fictional country. Well, maybe I should really keep it how it is, because the name is kind of inspired by a few countries that starts with the word United. You know, the UK, USA, UAE. Yeah, I think just only 3 countries start with the word United. No other country starts with that word. By the way, Crocodile is split into 2 sub-cities, Ketchup and Mustard. We drew the Ketchup sub-city. Now we just got one more sub-city to go. Yeah, one more sub-city of Crocodile that we gotta work on, which is the left side of the drawing that we're gonna soon do. I don't know if the other side is gonna be as easy as the right side that we did. I don't know if it's gonna be harder. I don't know if it's gonna be easier. I anticipate it on being a much more challenging or slightly challenging experience that we're gonna do. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to the intro of the series, and let's go ahead and work on the other side of the Crocodile drawing. Millions and millions of us crave for food. There are lots of places that have food being cooked and served to us. Those cooked foods affect us physically and mentally, but what if we turn those places into something different? The places serving food will transform into places containing buildings. We will bring in our creative side by drawing these places as settlements. These restaurants will be drawn into fictional cities. This is drawing restaurants as cities. So I made up 47 places for one side of the drawing of Crocodile. Yeah, only 47 places, but that is bigger than the other side of the drawing that we're working on right now. Yeah, I only made 47 places for the Ketchup sub-city of Crocodile, and in total, I only made 38 places for the Mustard sub-city of Crocodile. So that's approximately like 10 places less than the right side of the drawing that we previously worked on, that we used to work on in this season and for this series of Drac, drawing restaurants as cities. In total, I came up with like 85, 86 places. Yeah, that's like over 80 places in total. I came up with from like skyscrapers to non-skyscrapers and any of the goofy fictional landmarks I came up with. There's a few fictional landmarks that I took the inspiration of from real life structures all over the world, so it doesn't mean I'm stealing, it just means I'm feeling inspired, so there's a difference. I felt like I could have made much more better progress than what you're seeing right now, nerds. I think it's because I didn't have enough focus in me, and spending a little over 4 hours of working and grinding, you know, and yeah, I feel like I haven't really made that much of a strong progress of this drawing in this episode. I only drew only 4 buildings and that's it. Well, just a couple skyscrapers I had created the details for and then colored them, and that was about it. But I was able to finish the other side of the suspension bridge, the catch-up bridge, which seriously reminds me of the Golden Gate Bridge because of the color and the type of bridge it is in general. And I kept on getting down on my knees, and then sometimes I would get down on one knee. You know, I was kneeling several times throughout this episode and throughout the drawing portion. This drawing portion you're seeing right now, nerds. It was kind of an uncomfortable sensation because the fact that my feet were killing me, and I had to fight through the pain. You know, I wasn't acting like a little baby. I was able to handle the pain for the most part. But yeah, that's what happens when you aren't in the right stance. If you are putting too much pressure, I don't know how I should really say it that efficiently, but I was kneeling too many times, and it was slowly destroying my feet, obliterating him. I pretty much went back and forth. I would use my stool to sit down and to take a break from kneeling, and then I would go back to kneeling when I'm working on certain portions of the drawing. I would have to use my stool so that way I could have the perfect not only view, but the perfect positioning, or to situate myself if I should either stand up or crouch. It would be really goofy of me if I was crouching and then drawing at the same time, or if I'm sitting on the floor or getting down on one of my knees or both knees, you know. Don't go anywhere, nerds. Enjoy this quick recap of Julian making and eating the Big Mac that he made, his version of the Big Mac that was recently made. We're about to make the impossible Big Mac. I think this is the perfect time to flip these now. Would you look at this right here? This is actually unsurprisingly delicious. What the f-
Watch your profanity.
Okay, nerds, we're back in this action, making some progress of the fictional national capital city of Crocodile. I think that was actually my second time. Yeah, that was legit my second time doing that type of cutaway for this series, Drac, drawing restaurants as cities. The last time I did that cutaway was during the 3rd episode of this season. Yeah, it was episode number 3, where I decided to show a really cringy commercial parody of the Snickers, since I used to see a lot of Snickers commercials involving celebrities. They would be like, "Here, eat a Snickers." Why? Because you're not you when you're hungry. Better. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfy. You nerds really get it. I guess it makes sense for me to do those cutaway, not once but twice, for this series of Drac, or drawing restaurants as cities. One for the cringy Snickers commercial parody, and the second one for the homemade Big Mac video that recently got uploaded into this channel. And because it all has to do with hunger. Hunger is sometimes, this is going to be a really strange metaphor. Hunger is occasionally a good disease, but it's also a very negative disease. Some foods are tasty and scrumptious, but later years they're going to cause health problems, but some other foods will create the good health of your body for a bunch of these nerds like I am. Okay, nerds, here's the current progress of the drawing of a fictional national capital city of Crocodile. This is the mustard tower. Not all mustards have that yellow color. Some are golden yellow, some have the darker yellow color. Maybe there's a very few mustard in this world that is actually the color yellow. You know, this tower kind of reminds me of that one tower, that one skyscraper in Guangzhou, China. I'm not good with names, by the way, nerds. Yeah, Guangzhou, China, the Canton Tower. And so far, this is a great start.
You sure about that?
To the sub-city of Mustard, which sounds like you're saying the word mustard. I had mentioned that across other social media platforms outside of YouTube. This is the Coffee building. It sounds like you're saying the word coffee. Yes, it's a pun on the word coffee. So coffee again. Obviously, McDonald's would serve coffees, black coffee and coffee that comes with cream and sugar. And McCafe is actually part of McDonald's, so McCafe is a subsidiary of McDonald's. And yeah, the rest of this is just low-rise buildings, but so far we drew 2 skyscrapers for the other side of the drawing, the other side of Crocodile. We also got the rest of the catch-up bridge. We're gonna color the streets last. It's gonna be one of the last things we do. The other side of the city is looking fresh. I'm still loving it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I apologize for using that jingle so much. I got an earworm, alright? Like everyone else does. Any of the nerds that love McDonald's like I do, but I don't eat their sandwiches. There's a few things I still eat from McDonald's, alright? Yeah, again, like what I said before, great start. So that is going to be the end of this episode of DRAC, or Drawing Restaurants as Cities. Stay tuned for more content, and I hope this episode was quite enjoyable to watch. Can't wait to make more progress, and then more progress until we finish this drawing here.